It's early in the morning, but this Jur home is packed with people. People have a dish of food on their hands and seem tense. There seems to be no more room, but people keep coming in. Their faces seem anxious, but hopeful. Every Sunday, Enk Oyun, an Udgen, holds a ritual, a shamanistic healing. Udgen in Mongolian means a female shaman. Just by looking at the liquor bottles, you can tell that many people have come. Shamanism is usually understood as a primitive religion that is magical. Mongolia is thought of as the birthplace of shamanism. What does shamanism mean to Mongolians of today? Like any other modern city, Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia, gets more colorful at night. The city was named to honor Sukhbatar, the leader of the Democratic Revolution in 1924, and the name means Red Hero. On the perimeters of Sukhbatar Square, the center of Ulaanbaatar, many high-rise buildings are setting in. Most of them are worldly renowned hotels. This shows how Mongolia has changed after the revolution in the early 1900s. Today, the past and the present coexist in Ulaanbaatar. You can see people in their traditional clothes and taking wedding pictures. After the fall of the socialist era, former nomads started gathering into cities. And currently, about a quarter of the total Mongolian population resides in Ulaanbaatar. Even amidst the modernistic change of the city, people continue to practice tradition. Mongolians with worries or trouble seek a shaman. Enk Oyun became a shaman after her father and is now 30 years old. She may have wanted to live a normal life, but at work, she is serious. Biam Dorj, Enk Oyun's father, is a highly sought Ba in Ulaanbaatar. Ba refers to a male shaman, and Biam Dorj leads most of the big-scale rituals in Ulaanbaatar. After he tells the production crew not to film, he goes behind a curtain to cure a drunken man. What is happening? After 10 minutes or so, the man is covered in sweat and is holding something like a bug that supposedly came out of his body. He says his drinking was a great distress to his family. Biam Dorj emphasizes that he doesn't just cure bodily illnesses. He transcends the real world and gets help from a supernatural being, Tengri, to help people with their troubles. He tells the man that he needs to get the same treatment 2 or 3 times more and makes him some medicine. Today's ritual blocked off the bad spirits lingering in him, so he should refrain from bathing for now. Shamanism became a taboo after Buddhism entered this country, but shamanism is still followed by most commoners.
Monголын хар хөрсөн дээр сууж тэр сайхан хөрсөн дээр одоо шарын шишин шигдэл сууж Монгол ухаан Монгол сэтгэлээр гаргаж ирсэн. Тийм учраас тэр одоо тэр
This is Karakoram, an old capital of Mongolia where Genghis Khan resided. 108 white towers that surrounded the Erdanzu temple symbolize the 108 agonies. This temple, which was built in 1586, is a symbol of the Lamaism in Mongolia. Its influence isn't as great as when over 10,000 female monks resided in it. But the Hal tribe, which makes up about 75% of the Mongolian population, is mostly believing in Lamaism. Still, deep in their hearts, Mongolians believe in shamanism, which has been passed down since the time of Genghis Khan. Gandan means a great sacred place. Mongolian People's Republic, who succeeded in the democratic revolution after the Russians destroyed about 800 temples. However, they weren't able to destroy the Gandan temple, and this temple still acts as the center of faith. Many fortune-telling houses line in front of the Gandan temple. Over 90% of the Mongolian population believe in Lamaism, but another religion, which is deeply rooted in their hearts, rule their everyday lives. To them, a monk isn't a strict clerk, but a counselor who relieves them of worries. Dari Shuren came to see the monk because she will be going on a long trip and is worried about her son's health.
Өнөөдөр бол би ингээл өөрийнхөө ноён нуруу өөрийнхөө амьдралд яад хүүхдийнхээ ирээдүйг асууж байсан. Тэгтээ үнэн зөв сайн гэлж өгсөн сурхацаал. Би өөрөө бол ингээд шашин юу бол аюу шүтэж явдаг. Шүтлэгтэй тэгээ зөв чигийг мэдэж авсан. Уншуулах номсон тэгээ химерийн бүх юм гүмийн бол заслын бол бичүүлж авсан. Сэтгэл бол өндөрлөл байна.
How has shamanism become so deeply rooted in their lives? With this question in mind, the production crew left Ulaanbaatar. The purpose of our trip was to meet a Ba acknowledged as a true Ba by Mongolians. Our destination was Hofskul Aimag. Hofskul is considered the origin of Ba among Mongolians.
Genghis Khan эдэргэд байсан улсууд тэд нар чинь. Тэгээд 1218 онд тэр 20 зуунтай байлдахын өмнө мянган өрхийг онон хэрлэнгийн эхнээс одоогийн Туваа руу нийлүүлсэн. Тэгээд тэр Туваад очоод тэнд байж байгаад Чингисийг тэр цэргийн ард талын бэлтгэл хүчийг хангаж байсан тэд нар. Тэгээд тэд нар ялгадаж тэд нар хорезм улсыг ялж чад Чингис хаан бол энэ Алтай нууцтай ирсэн байна л да. А гэтэл тэрнийг дуулаад дархадууд энд ирсэн одоо дархад ардууд хард ардууд бол ингээд энэ одоогийн нууцтай энэ хөвсгөлийн хойтлын нууцтай ирж ил да.
After 3 hours of travel away from Ulaanbaatar, the roads were no longer paved. 800 kilometers are still left to reach Hofskul Aimag. It's about twice the length from Seoul to Busan, but we can't estimate how long it will take due to the rugged road conditions. West Mongolia, where Mongolia borders Russia, is an area of taiga. Here, you can see a different picture of Mongolia. You see Salang River meeting the Baigal Lake. In summer, the sun rises at 5 in the morning and sets at 10 at night. We woke up at 7 a.m. and kept going all day, but we still have a long way left. We arrived in Hofskul Aimag at 3 a.m. last night. The car we drove all day to get here broke down. We rented 2 new cars and left Moran City, the gateway into Hofskul Aimag. Now is the actual start on our path to find the true Ba. Ulan-Ul, which is a part of the Darkhad area, is held as a sacred place where one can connect to nature. We don't even know how much we have left to go. And we only see a few cars pass by that are on their way to sell wool before the sun sets. The driver takes interest after hearing that we are on our way to meet a Ba. Even nowadays, Mongolians believe that Bas in the Darkhad area are the real Bas. This is the house of Yura, a member of the Darkhad tribe.
여자분인데요. 몽골어로 옷간이라고 해요. 그래서 주무시고 계신다고 남편께서 좀 기다리시라고 그렇게 하시네요.
Энэ сумын хүмүүс чинь хизэнээс одоо арчлалаараа нэртэй тий. Хилмиглийн үед хамгийн хилмигцэн тийм ээ. Энэ авир чинь. Одоо социализмын үед. 둥그지 휴 있대시죠.
1930년대 이 동네 사람들을 되게 많이 죽이게 했대요. 우리 전체에서 모르겠어요. 근데 그 몽골 전체로 그렇게 많이 사람들을 많이 죽이고 스님들을 많이 죽였었는데 이 동네를 거의 그 많이 죽었다고.
야가 тэгвэл нөгөө бөөгийн шашны юмтай бас энд маш их байсан.
보가 너무 많아서 보 종류가 되게
шашны
활발하게.
We worried that she may refuse our filming. But against our worry, Yura is sorry for getting up late. She had guests late last night. It's her first time meeting Koreans. Formerly a nurse, she suffered shamanic illness when she was 20, but refused to become a shaman until a few years ago.
Эхлээд эхэлж байх үе зүгээр онгодоо дуудаж эхэлж явах үе онгодоо нөгөө нэг дуусч явах үед л аваараа гэж хэлсэн байхгүй би бөөлөг дуусч явах үед. Тэгсэн чинь энэ онгод орж эхэлж явах үед л авцсан шүү. Гү байхгүй болчихж байгаа юм. Арх уусан хүн хасарчдаг шиг тийм л юм болчихгүй.
She says that her job is to connect the god On-God with their guest spirit. Her guest, Tulga, came to see her because he is worried about his 1-month-old son. He wants Yura to heal her son, who cries whenever he sees someone and who has a high fever. He had to come see her when his first son was sick. He comes to her whenever he has trouble in his family.
영어는 맞지 말아야 된다고 묵는 거예요. 있는 곳 있었잖아요. 뭔가 그거 그거는 다 지금 떨어지고.
Энэ байж тийм учраас одоо бол би зүгээр бөөлөхгүй. Зүгээр тэгтээ яхаа би онгодондоо одоо чүт мэдээгээд тэндээс амьгуугаад одоо ингээд би энэ хүүхдийг эрдэнэ тулга тийм ээ.
On-God is a spirit that Darkhat shamans worship. There isn't a set ritual on how to request a favor from On-God.
Хар хатаа санаатна хөлөөс холдол хатаа мохоо явдлаа. Явдлаас зайлуулж.
Her spirit leaves her body and enters into a spirit world through a small flute called hurt.
Богоо шил баяртан зангидж өгөөрэй заа. За.
The red tie is supposed to keep the spirits from leaving the baby and therefore heal the baby. We may question how this really helps, but in a place where hospitals are far away